Hi everybody. Hey, sorry, a few minutes behind here. I don't know the alarm. What is that alarm about? Had a little bit of technical difficulties here. Let's see what's going on. Not sure why this is beeping. Anyway, let's see. Give me a sec and see where is that beeping coming from. Okay, it was the paper shredder. So anyway, thank you for being here, and I just wanted to say hi. I thought it was a very cool idea to start just coming out maybe Saturdays a little bit, just to start talking about things that you might be wondering. I don't know, maybe you have questions about your pets. Maybe you want to know about, so what's the best food for my dog? What can I do if my dogs are fighting? Do I have to really spay my female dog or my cat, or do I have to declaw my cat? All kind of questions that you might have at this moment. So, I'm not sure. I will give a little bit of time for people if they want to show up, and if not, I'm going to introduce myself. I'm sure you saw our website already and our Facebook page. We are 4 doctors, and we're going to start. I will start introducing everybody little by little. I am Dr. Howard. My accent is from the south, from very south. It's Argentina, very, very south. So that's a joke that I always do. Anyway, I graduated in 1993. So actually 1992, it was December 1992, it's been a while. So I do small animals only. My interest is in dentistry, small animal dentistry. I also love minimally invasive surgery. Definitely, those are my 2 strengths. I'm not a specialist, by all means, I'm not. But I'm a study, I call it a study-holic. No alcoholic, okay? A study-holic. I love to study. I love to, whatever I like. In this case, is dentistry. Raptor, come over here. Come here. Sorry, that's my dog. And I know when he wants to go over the exam rooms, he will try to do some accident. Not so accident. Let me close the door before he goes. Hey, come over here. Move. Thank you so much. Technical difficulties continue showing up. Okay, come here, stay. So going back to a little bit of my background, that's basically it. I work all my life in small animals. I used to like horses, doing horses a long time ago. And I have to tell you a secret. I was a senior and I got kicked on my face. And let me tell you, that day I thought, I really love small animals so much. That's the joke that I always do as well. But no, seriously, I love horses as well. But I thought that's a little bit too much, risking my life for. And now I'm risking my life with Belgian Malinois and German Shepherds and, those kind of spicy dogs as well. Okay. Anyway, so while we're just waiting for more people to show up, if anybody, as I say, you have a question, please do. I will try to catch the question as it goes. My plan is installing. It's a software that probably you guys know a little bit more about it. It's called. It's OBS. And so in that case, I will be able to just camcord myself live, but I want to have a guest, so we can have a remote guest and just talk about different subjects. I was thinking maybe we can talk with, our manager. She's amazing in, in talking about, shelter animals, what we can do to help them. Among other things, we have a trainer, Valentina. She is amazing too. We can start talking about so many things that everybody will have a lot of questions. But anyway, so that could be the plan for the near future. So anyway, let's start a little bit with I have a list that you guys did on our Facebook, okay? And I would like you to continue doing it. I'm going to post something else so you can continue giving ideas. And among those topics, there is something about food, you know, food. What kind of food is safe for my dog? Well, in my opinion, I think you should go for no cook, please, do not cook. It's very difficult to come up with a recipe where you are going to have the right nutrients for your dog or cat, okay? Remember, if your dog was wild or your cat was wild, he will be eating a bunny, a mice. So he will be eating the entire animal. Flesh, which is meat. Bones, which is minerals, phosphorus, calcium, magnesium. So inside the GI tract, the stomach, the intestine, you have veggies. So how do you mimic all of that cooking yourself? Okay, it's very, very difficult. So leave that work for those big companies that have been there for years and years, doing research, coming up with the right formula for your pet to be healthy. Okay. Now, when I say that, just make sure those companies. I know probably this is a little bit. You won't like it very much. I don't like it either. But those companies need to research with dogs and cats. They don't kill them. They just feed different lots with different formulas. And what they do is just making sure those formulas are safe and they have the nutrition value for your pet. Okay, so when I say that, I'm not going to do any advertising. Raptor, please go to bed. He's trying to catch my attention here. So when I'm not going to say what brands, but I want you to do some research. First of all, when you go to the pet store, check for the food. Unfortunately, the most expensive usually is the best formula. Okay, read the ingredients. There should be in the back of the bag or on the side of the bag. You're going to have a list of ingredients. The first 4 or 5 are going to be the ones that are going to be the largest proportion. So if you have a bag of food that says first ingredient, chicken meal, second ingredient, rice meal, third ingredient, some sort of, meal again. That is all crap, okay? And I'm sorry, my language, but it's everything that is left over from the slaughterhouse. They will just broom it and it goes into the dog food and cat food. Now, that does not mean it's bad for your pet, but what's going to happen is all that, byproducts are not easily digested. Including blood, the blood from the animals that they put in there in the food. The blood alone is high in proteins, but it's very difficult to digest. So, most of it is going to pass with poop. You're going to have a mountain of soft poop all over. Now, the dog is going to, or the cat is going to be well nourished, but he needs to eat more in order to be well nourished. And he's going to be doing tons of poop, okay? With that being said, if you want to have high quality food, you have to go for the ingredients. Check out the ingredients. The first 4 at least has to be real food. Chicken or salmon or venison. The second one could be sweet potatoes or rice, you name it. The third one is another ingredient, peas. So once you have that formula, you know that is real food. The other thing very important is just verify the factory. Make sure it's a factory that has been in the market for, at least 50 years, okay? 50 years. Don't go for those small, companies that have been there in the market for a year, 2 years, 3 years. Now, if you do, just call them and ask, do you do research? Do you really try those formulas with pets before you put them in the market? So that is very important as well, okay? So again, definitely by all means feed, balanced, high quality food. In dogs and actually in cats as well, I like dry rather than wet. Usually wet, even though it's very super yummy, stays between the teeth more. So if you don't brush your pet's teeth, that's going to be a problem. It's probably going to build up that calculus, tartar more, faster, let's call it that way. So if you're going to brush every single day, by all means, do it. Now, when it comes to cats, it's a little bit different because in cats, they are prone to UTIs, urinary problems, so we really want them to drink a ton of water. So my advice is, yes, do the dry, but also do the can, and please brush their teeth, okay? And don't forget, every pet, every dog and cat needs dental cleanings every year. Usually the smaller the breed, the worse is, or more propensity to have periodontal disease. So that is very important. So don't forget, dental cleaning is a must. So let's see about, one more thing about food. Don't forget that grain-free formulas have been shown to, I don't know, there might be a link with cardiomyopathies in dogs. So try to avoid grain-free. Remember, in real life, in the wild, dogs and wolves and coyotes and everybody eats. It's not grain-free. Actually, there's grain in there. They are eating the prey completely with the content of the stomach. So don't try to go for a grain-free, unless your veterinarian is telling you to do so. But again, try to avoid it. Anyway, that would be regarding diets. I don't know if anybody there is having any question about. Please let me know. So far, I don't see any question on the screen. I'm hopeful that I'm not having difficulties from my end. But we can talk a little bit more. Do you think we should talk about treats a little bit? Let's do that while we wait a little bit longer. And after that, I will just let you go, and we'll talk about what we're going to be doing next week, okay? So let's do the snacks or formulas that you can use. Let me tell you, I see so many dogs coming with fractured teeth, and that is because a lot of owners are giving real bones. Real bones are not good for your pet, okay? They break teeth. After that, if that happens, of course, I will have to, or your veterinarian will have to pull those teeth or do root canals and things like that. They also constipate, extremely constipation cause. So please just don't do it. Now, do not buy those antlers, do not buy those bullet sticks. They are too hard. So the most, I would say, just go for rawhides. Even though veterinary dentists, they will not recommend rawhides either. The rule is, if you cannot leave an indentation with your nail in the treat, it's bad for your pet, okay? So just remember that. So in cats, absolutely, I don't have any problem. Usually, you're not going to be feeding bones. Please don't give chicken bones or anything like that to your pet as well. We had a patient here, a dog, that was eating those, I don't know if you have seen in the supermarket those pig ears. Pig ears are super yummy for dogs. However, they are very sharp. I remember not long ago we had a dog coming that we had to euthanize. He was eating the ear pig. When he swallowed, he lacerated the esophagus. So it was unfortunate. So that day I realized how bad that treat is. So please be careful with that as well. And regarding treats that I would recommend, just follow I don't know if you ever visited that website. There is it's a VOHC, I believe. It's a Veterinary Oral Health Council. Just look it up on Google, and you're going to have the list of all products approved by the VOHC, okay? Follow them, go for those brands, and you will be safe. Okay, so the plan is, let's do next Saturday. Let's start at 1 p.m. again, and I haven't decided what we're going to talk about. Hopefully I will have that software installed so we can start having some guests. if you have any ideas about people that you would like to bring to the broadcast, that would be awesome. Let me know. If you would like, well, as I say, we have a trainer. We have a therapist as well, that she can talk about the benefits of owning a pet. But any ideas that you might have, let me know, okay? Questions as well. And a big hug from us. Wasatch Hollow. Have a good one. And here, goodbye from my dog as well. Here's Raptor. Raptor, can you say hi? Yes? Yes. Yes, he's my boy. So goodbye. Okay, see you next Saturday.